Oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about in this video, guys. We have to break down the markets, which, if you guys remember earlier today, my previous video, the markets were green. Well, now they are red. So we got to break down what the heck is going on. We have to talk about some stocks, break down some charts, and what I'm looking to do. But before we do that, make sure to get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free stocks, each of which could be valued all the way up to $3,500. I'm telling you guys, it's the best promo. Use my link down below, deposit at least $100, which, if you don't like Moomoo, you can take that $100 out after. All you have to do is do that, and then boom, you get your free money, guys, with that $100 deposit. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So right now, Power Hour just started about 5 minutes ago, and like you guys can see based on this chart, well, the S&P, Triple Q, pretty much all of these indexes gave back all of their gains from earlier, because if you guys recall, earlier this morning we got the CPI data for March, which we kind of knew was not going to be good. And once we got the news, the markets ended up going crazy. Look at this. SPY went from 441 to about, where was it? 445 after the report came out. Triple Q went up from where was it? I mean, let me see this. 342 up to about 347.48. So these ran up like crazy after the report, and you guys can see that was pretty much the only rally that we saw today. Sure, we saw some little ones in intraday, but pretty much other than that huge run into the open, we didn't see much green today, and it's just been a big red day. It's been selling. All the rips that we've seen have been sold, and we've been making lower low after lower low today. You guys can see that here on Triple Q on the intraday chart, and you can see it on SPY. I mean, let's take a look at how much these two have gone down intraday. Then we'll talk a little bit about crude oil, and we also got to break down silver and gold to see kind of how those charts are looking. We haven't broke those down in a little bit here. So SPY intraday has gone down about from where it is now from the intraday high. Let's see here. It's gone down about 1.8% from 445.70 to now 437.80. So it's down almost $10 intraday, which is pretty big. And Triple Q is down, let's see here, from 338.50, which it just hit. It's down to that now. Earlier it was at 347.60. So this one's almost down $10 a share as well, down 2.6% intraday. So not a great day at all today for the markets, even though overall, I mean, right now, like I said, we're just getting into Power Hour. Right now, the indexes, it's not like we're down a lot on the day. NASDAQ's only down 0.6, S&P's down 0.5, Dow's down 0.3, and the Russell's green, believe it or not. Russell's up 0.1. So if you look at that, you're like, oh, it's not that bad of a red day. It's a red day, but it's not that bad. But then if you look at the intraday difference, right? What we just went over, you see a lot more red. We're down almost 3% intraday on Triple Q and almost, 2% on SPY. So not looking that great, guys. And what I'm going to be watching here in Power Hour, and what I'm looking at as we get into tomorrow and the rest of this week, I'm going to be watching this low from yesterday on Triple Q, which now it looks like we already took it out. I'm going to see if we get a huge, maybe a selling pressure at about 338, which is right by the low from yesterday and where we are right now. If that point breaks, I'm telling you guys, it might get uglier. We might start selling off even more. And if SPY, let's see SPY on the 5-day, if this ends up breaking under, let's say the lows from yesterday being 437, well, we kind of are testing those now. We're pretty much at those lows. But if we get a huge drop under 437 or selling pressure, this might be going down, 430, 32. That's where it could be going in the short term. So this is not looking that great for SPY and Triple Q. And in terms of crude oil, volatility, gold, silver, crude oil today is up a ton. If we pop up this crude oil chart, it is up 6.5%, just above 100 a barrel. And quite honestly, guys, it is not out of the woods yet. If we take a look at this, it is not out of the woods yet. It's still in that wedge that we've been talking about for about a week or two at this point, maybe more than that. It's still in the wedge, and with today's breakout, it's doing very well, 6.5% green day. We are testing the top of this downtrend, the lower highs that we've been making. We're still technically at a lower high here on crude oil. So keep that in mind when you guys are doing your analysis. And we will talk about this in an energy stock later in this video, so make sure you guys stick on throughout. And if you are finding value, hit the like button, subscribe. We're almost at 25,000, guys. We're almost there. Hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, and cheers to that, by the way. Let's do a cheers to 25,000, because we're almost there, and without you guys, it's not possible. So cheers to that. So with that being said, let's talk a little bit about gold, silver. Gold right now is above 1970, which is great considering the high from the end of March was 1960. So we're now getting out of the high from the end of March, and we're now going for 2000. And then from 2000, I think we're going to test the highs from the beginning of March. And I've mentioned this. You guys know I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but I mentioned that I'm long gold. I'm not one of these guys that is only meme stocks or tech stocks or only healthcare stocks. I don't even know anybody excuse me, that is all healthcare stocks. But you guys know what I mean, right? I am somebody that likes to have diversification. That's just my style. And I do have some gold. And I've been saying even before 2022 started, gold is going to do well, in my opinion, and it's done well. And now that we're breaking the highs from the end of March, I think we're going 2,000 plus an ounce. We might even take out the highs from the beginning of March. That's what I'm thinking. And silver, the difference here between silver and gold is silver did not quite yet break out of the highs from the end of March. We're almost there. They're at 26 an ounce. We're now at what, 25.60 an ounce. So if we break 26 an ounce, I think silver will go up to test 27.50 an ounce, the high from the beginning of March. And if that point breaks, hey, we might be going up even more from there. So these charts look great. Gold and silver charts look good. I'd say they look more bullish than crude oil. And if crude oil starts cracking above 110 a barrel, something like that, that is where that could start really gaining more bullish momentum. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment. Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about some stocks. Let's bang these out very quickly. Mro Marathon Oil. This is currently up 4.3%. And do we not call it out, guys? Did we not call it out? I called this out, I think, a couple of videos ago, maybe at some point last week. We covered the ascending triangle here on MRO. We had resistance at 26, 26.50, and we've been uptrending for a good couple of weeks, months at this point. And I told you guys, look, if MRO breaks above 26, 26.50, there's going to be a push, right? Who knows how high it's going to go, but I think I was saying there's going to be a breakout, and now we're getting that breakout. We're not completely extended to the point where we're oversold, so that means there could be more upside in this breakout. And if we take a look on this 3-year chart, the all-time high, or maybe the max chart, we might have to pull that up. All-time high was back in 07. We hit about 42, and we hit 42 again in 2014. So if we crack above 28, 30 bucks, there could be a lot more upside in MRO, guys. I'm telling you, especially with oil looking as doing as well as it has been. It's looking pretty good now, and especially if we break out 105, 110 plus a barrel, these energy stocks, they're going to go up even more, in my opinion, right? As always, I'm not a financial advisor. Another one that I'm looking at is PXD, Pioneer Natural Resources. This one is in an ascending triangle as well, just like MRO, but the only difference is it is not broken out yet. We have resistance at 260. We've been uptrending for months into that resistance. Well, I guess for weeks into that particular resistance. But overall, the stock's been uptrending for months, which is great. So if we crack 260, guys, I think it's already at all-time highs now. Let me double check. Yeah, we are. So if we break 260, we're going to be in uncharted territory. We might go to 270, 280, maybe even higher. So watch out for that on PXD. And the last one, which is a company that's completely different than the other two, MRO and PXD, it is Lululemon. But one thing that is similar with these charts is Lululemon, like the other two, is in an ascending triangle. What we're noticing is the stock's been doing very well recently, especially after the most recent earnings report. It ran up from what? 320 to now almost 400, and we see clear resistance at 390 the past roughly 2 weeks. So this stock is in an ascending triangle. If we break 390, where my alert is now, and honestly, if we break into the 400s in general, this stock could end up erupting. Mid 400s. I don't want to say for sure quite yet. It's too early that it's going to go to all-time highs again, but it could. Never say never. But all I do know is momentum will kick in above 390 into the 400s, so watch out for that on Lulu. And with that being said, guys, we should be right around 10 minutes right now. Perfect. With that being said, that's it. I'll wrap it up here. We have about 45 minutes left in Power Hour. We will see how it goes down. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see my next video for today. Hit the like button, drop me a comment, and join my Patreon on top of getting your free money for moving up to 5 free stocks, each of which could be valued all the way up. I'm telling you guys, the best promo, all the way up to $3,500. Just use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your free money. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, peace out.